then we'll have Hariharan Chandra, who's running a World of Water Action Forum out of India, which has captured the hearts and minds of people in Bangalore, one of the most advanced IT cities in India, and is now moving into 5 separate cities. And he will tell how smart fixtures can enhance water savings, bringing 30 to 50% more water resources, either by augmenting them or by saving water with the solutions. And next, but not least, we have our favorite World Water Action Forum founder, Hariharan Chandra, who is going to be leading a discussion on what they're doing with the World of Water Action. And
I'll put it like this to you. A lot of what I will say in the next maybe 2 minutes, we have got only 2 minutes now left for 9 p.m. India time, is this. And it'll be in the context of what we will discuss in the breakaway session, because I know that a lot of it will happen there and I will learn things from the rest of you there. What goes on? Okay, I'll start with what Mary said about us. We are now in 5 cities in India, 2 cities which are at 12 million, 1 city which is at 5 or 6 million people, and Sanjay Gupta is here. He's from that city called Hyderabad. It's an ancient city. It's about 1,500 years old. Everything in India is, 2 million a year. And there are 2 cities which are at 1 million population. That's 5 cities now. What we have done is, in the 12 million city, we've set a 10 billion liter target for saving with citizen-led initiatives and action. We call it, therefore, the WOW Action Forum. And every fortnight, 26 fortnights in a year, we meet. And who are these people? When I say we, about 80 to 100 citizen leaders from each city come together and they talk. This is not a webinar. This is much like what we have got here. Every single guy, if possible, turns on his video and he speaks. And we don't believe in PowerPoints because they don't carry any power. And we let everybody speak in ways that they exchange and they bring synergies between cities. Somebody in Chennai, for instance, has got something that he is doing, and the guy in Hyderabad learns from that. And all the mission directors from each of these cities works completely pro bono. Not a single rupee or dollars or cent is exchanged. And they're all either businessmen or citizen leaders, chartered accountants. Currently, the mission director, he's here today, Mr. Suresh Pai, he's a chartered accountant with some 35 years. He stepped off his work and got busier with no salary coming in, of course. So these are the 5 cities that we have taken up. So what do we try to see in each of these things? The first thing that we have learned over time now, with about maybe 8,000 participants so far in many meetings that we have had, is this. What goes on in the user's mind? And why does the bad news on sustainability not impact them? This is something that we are not able to find. Solutions, like somebody said, Gigi said this also, I think, solutions are easy. It's not for want of solutions that we aren't changing things. We are not changing it because the buyer is not willing to change, and we go on the defensive as solution providers. How do we change that? How do we get inside their minds and bring that very fundamental, basic change beyond persuading them on economic viability, as most solution providers in the green space seek to do or seem to do? How do we build? That's the next question we have before us. How do we build story-based narratives that tell them of the damage they do to forests and rivers with a simple act, let's say, of powering your home with 1,000 units a month or 12,000 units a year? And that, at the 4x energy syndrome, that doesn't change whether in the United States or in Africa or in India. And that 4x means 12,000 units becomes 48,000 units. And now I'll complicate the math a little. At 48,000 units, you have to understand that it's 48 MWH. Somebody's got to admit Mushangol. 48, and every 1,000 units is 30,000 liters at a thermal plant. And 70% of India's generation is from thermal plants. And that is storing 1.5 million liters of water to just power my house. And that's the story we are trying to see if we can ram down people's throats and heads and so on. And that is one part. That, you see, that is the source energy to water, water to energy, and the nexus. How do we build that? And if there are guys here who can give us competence in building infographics, for instance, start stories. that hit people in the, in the solar plexus is something that we're looking for. How do we make them into turn to local solutions and off the grid to the extent they can on both water and energy generation? Because energy generation is about water, and long haul of water or deep draw of deep aquifer water is again about energy. So this is a inextricable intermesh that we need to see how we can take to this consumer. We are professionals, we are competent, we are experts. So that, so what? It doesn't make a difference to the next door guy. And I've not been able to, succeed in getting my neighbor to change his habits. So I've been a failure in some sense. The last 2 points. The rate of growth of challenges that come with greater demand will continue to be greater and faster than the rate of growth of solutions that mitigate them. As long as there is inertia in this mindset of our consumer. I could have said worldview of the consumer. WOW offers a simple inventory. What we do at WOW is we offer a simple inventory of water solutions that bulk water users in apartments, in industry, in malls, in shops, in air-conditioned cinema theaters, for example, as well as in IT parks can use. People talk of building resilience for some far, undefined future. The challenge is that these are vulnerabilities, these are uncertainties that we are here in right now. Dave Shackleton, who's come in from Cape Town to India, is trying to explore a few possibilities in this country. And this is a country which has, it has only about 1/4 the US's landmass, and it has 4 times America's population. Right?
Amazing.
And to some of you in Africa, I must tell you this, that you have the same population as the entire continent of about 1.4 billion people. And we have just 1/10 of the landmass that you have got. You've got 30 million square kilometers, 30, and we have got 3 million square kilometers. Can you imagine the density, of demand that we have per square kilometer when it comes to water? And for energy, we do not have the natural resources. I know, Mary, you got to give me just that 1 minute more because, others claim some.
Okay.
WOW is now in 4 cities, as I told you, and the refrain is the same. Implement these solutions with tons of money saved and tons of water that you do not have to purchase. That is our refrain every time we speak to anybody there. And we tell them there is no compromise in comfort or convenience. That is, you do not reduce the quantum of water that you use. You only change the way you use water. Over to you, Mary.
Yes, that's beautiful, Hari. And everyone is welcome to join in the WOW activities, which are publicized in the Global Waterworks community. And they are boldly making themselves available for office hours. Hari and Greg Chick will be starting office hours on the web very soon here. But thank you, Hari, for your leadership, moving to 5 cities. And I'm thrilled that you also have connected many of the technology innovators in this group with innovators in India.
All right, I must thank a lot of you here. Rodney is here. Many of you have come on the WOW Tech Talk series or the DWW Tech Talk series. Mary has been doing some indefatigable work to get us all to connect with these thinkers, these resource leaders who can do things as devising of solutions in India. Welcome to Abdul Khurshid from Pakistan. The 2 countries keep fighting, Abdul, for various reasons. But, nice to see you there. And I always, make it a point to sort of greet him.
Yes, everyone here can sense your hospitality, Hari.